am Billionaire Charlie, man. I'm back at it again. Back with a hot topic, man. We're going to break it down. You already know I'm going to break it down, give y'all the really real. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100 with y'all. You feel me? I love all y'all out there. I respect all y'all out there, man. This is my 4-part hot topic joint, man, where I break down there all the topics. I don't want to put it all in one video, so I chop them up and just send it to you. You know what I mean? But hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me, you know what I mean? Show support, and if you like to donate to the channel, my cash out information right there below. I appreciate everybody that donated to the cash app already. I appreciate everybody that subscribed already. But be that, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to your boy. It's much love, man. Once again, much love to the guys out there, much love to the Muslim brothers out there, and much love to all the Christians, and much love to everybody all over, man. Much respect, much love, man. And let's get into it, man. We're going to talk about, man, Dick Gregory theory on the Tupac death. And we're going to break it down, and I'm going to talk about it because I've done a lot of research on it, and I've seen a lot of movies and videos breaking it all down. So I'm going to talk about it, what Dick Gregory said was something that I had never heard before. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, man. I am Billionaire Charlie. Is y'all amped up too? You did? Let's get into this, man. Okay, man. Now, this was Dick Gregory theory on the whole situation. Originally, before the Orlando Anderson situation had came out about him being Baby Lane, being the person that actually took the shots at Tupac, they allegedly said that it was Orlando Anderson. It was the one that was the trigger man. You know what I'm saying? This is before that they were saying it was Suge Knight. Everybody was saying it was something with Suge because Pop was supposed to be leaving Death Row. This was the rumor before it went to Baby Lane and Orlando Anderson, and they all had the recording of his own peak. I think it was his cousin that actually wrote the statement and said he was in the car with him when he pulled the trigger or whatever. This was the second story that was rumored. They made a whole movie on it, documentary on it being Baby Lane and Orlando Anderson, the one that he had punched at the Mike Tyson fight. They were saying it was him that pulled the trigger, that was the one that did it. Okay, this is what I seen the whole show that they made about it. You know what I'm saying? It was a good show too, amazing show. You know what I'm saying? They had made the whole thing. I think it was on USA if I'm not mistaken, but I think it was USA if I'm not mistaken. They did a whole show of the breakdown of them going back and trying to find the information of who was responsible for the Biggie and the Tupac situation. But, okay, like I say, man, I had never heard the stuff that Dick Gregory was talking about, because in the movie they always say Quincy Jones' daughter was still in the hotel. See what I'm saying? They always said that Quincy Jones' daughter was in the hotel. She had never got into the car with Suge and Pop. This was what they were saying, and all the news stuff prior to me actually seeing the Dick Gregory story or breakdown of the Tupac thing. Like I said, I've always believed that a lot of people said it was Suge. Then a lot of people went from Suge to saying it was Orlando Anderson, Baby Lane, the one that he punched in the MGM boxing thing when after the fight with Mike Tyson, the situation. Okay. Now this is what Dick Gregory was saying, man, and I watched the interview or whatever. He was saying that they had a news report that came out, man, that said that Quincy Jones' daughter was still in the car during the time of the shooting and things of that nature. Like I said in the other information that had came out, they were saying she wasn't in the car. But Dick Gregory said they had put out a news report that said that she was in the car. It was supposed to be Suge, Pop, and Quincy, and I don't know who else was in the car, you know what I'm saying? But allegedly, Dick Gregory was saying that allegedly somebody in the car was the one was responsible for the death of Tupac. Basically what Dick Gregory was saying in the report. You know what I'm saying? He was also saying that the car was bulletproof. The car that Tupac and Suge and Quincy's daughter was in was supposed to be bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? So he was saying that the death actually happened. Somebody actually took him out inside the car. And I mean, like I say, I don't know if it was Suge or was it somebody else in there. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Dick Gregory was saying in his interview, that it was somebody else in the car that took Pac out, basically. Basically, if you listen to the story of what Dick Gregory saying and a lot of other stories that you just piece them all together, it probably was a distraction or disturbance to just try to make it look like it was Baby Lane and them. So what they did, what I'm thinking, my theory of how they probably did it, I wasn't there, but all the stories that have came out and stuff of that nature is basically like this, man. They was talking about the guy who was had took one of the death row chains at the mall. We all seen the movies and all of that, right? And this was what the beef was all about, right? But a lot of people believe that Suge had an issue with Pop talking about leaving. And not only that issue, he had issues with other agents and stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people speculated on it could have been the agents or conspiring with Suge, because they say Suge had a lot of agents under his belt because of all the money that he had, allegedly. We don't know. But I'm just going to give y'all what they said on it. Y'all can go find the information yourself. It's all over YouTube. But like I say, man, they were saying, basically, this is what one of the theories are, man. That the Baby Lane thing was just like something to make it look like it's him, but it's really was a whole another organization behind the death. So it made it look like it was Baby Lane and them, but really what happened was they just shot the car, but nobody got touched. But somebody actually inside the car actually was shooting Pop. They was making it look like it was some bullets coming from the outside of the car, but in all actuality, it was bullets inside the car that actually hit Pop. It wasn't the bullets outside of the car. So it wasn't Baby Lane, basically. They basically saying it was somebody in the car, you know what I'm saying, that actually pulled the trigger on Pop, that did that to Pop. This was the theory that Dick Gregory basically was saying. That was just like a throw you off type of thing when them people shooting, because they started a beef with Pop going over there punching the guy. You know what I'm saying? Now he mad and upset, but the car was bulletproof. Now everybody keeps saying, how did Suge Knight get hit in the head? And Dick Gregory's theory was that one of the bullets ricocheted and hit Suge in the head when they was aiming at Pop inside the car. You know what I'm saying? So the Baby Lane, so this would happen, right? So everybody can get what I'm trying to say. Because I looked at all the information. Like I said, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting back to y'all, let y'all know all the information. I know a lot of people don't look at all the information, but I'm going to bring it to you. Basically what they were saying is like, that was just like just to throw you off, man. That trick pass, that trick make you look, that magician trick where it's making you think that it's Baby Lane and them, but it actually was somebody in the car that actually did it. If you put a bunch of bullet holes all in the car, which is bulletproof, those bullets never touched Pop. It was the bullets that came from the person inside the actual car. That's basically what Dick Gregory was saying in his interview. Like none of those bullets touched anybody in the car. Cause they said Quincy Jones' daughter was in the car, so she didn't get touched, and Suge only got the ricochet from. They say Dick Gregory said allegedly the bullet that came from them aiming at him in the car, it ricocheted and hit him in the head. Basically, this was the theory. This is what they were saying. Now we don't know what conspired or who was involved with it or whatever, but allegedly, man, this is all allegedly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen when I seen Dick Gregory interview about it. And I was like, whoa, I never heard that story. I never knew that because in the movie they always show that Quincy Jones' daughter stayed in a hotel. And most of the reports said that she was in the hotel. She wasn't never there. But they saying Quincy Jones' daughter was actually in the car. Like she was in the car with Suge and Pop, and I don't know who else was in there. You know what I'm saying? But they said that the shots was taken in the car, not outside the car. It was in the car that those shots happened. And what they did was made it look like it was Baby Lane and them, because Baby Lane and them shot the car up, but the car was bulletproof, so none of the bullets hit them. It made it look like it was them because you see all these bullet holes in the car, but the car was bulletproof. So the actual shots that was hitting him was the person in the car was shooting him. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Dick Gregory was saying in his interview. He said he did the research on it. He had the original paperwork of the news report of when the Pop situation had happened. And Pop he made a lot of agents and a lot of people mad, man, that had power, man. So they was really trying to get him out of here for the stuff that he was doing. So I'm saying, so like I say, Baby Lane and them was just like a trick play to make you think, oh man, they did it. But they didn't really do it. It was somebody in the car, allegedly, is what Dick Gregory was saying in his interview, man. It was not no Baby Lane or none of that. They did. You got to understand it. Baby Lane and them did hit the car up. That was a distraction for you. But really, it was somebody in the car that took him out, not Baby Lane in them. Because those bullets ain't hit them. It was the person in the car that was letting off shots. This is basically what Dick Gregory was saying in this interview, man. A lot of people kind of like look past it. I seen it for my first time. I looked at it over and over. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know Quincy's daughter was in the car, bro. I did not know that. They kept saying that she was in the hotel, and she kept telling Pop not to leave. But the whole time, she was in the car. So I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, they spent that whole story around like that. That's why I say there's a lot of darkness to that, man. A lot of darkness to that. So, because they made so many documentaries telling you that Quincy's daughter did not even get in the car. She told Pop not to get in the car. But the whole time, she was in the car. What should? And I don't know who else was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang. That's crazy, man. That's super crazy, man. That's crazy, man. But that's the story. That's allegedly the story. I wasn't there. I just give y'all the information what I got pulled all together, man. They said it's not Baby Lane. It was somebody in the car that actually did those shots to Pop like that. It wasn't no... Because like I say, man, I think I don't want to quote it wrong or say nothing wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I remember looking at a Vlad interview, and I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say no wrong information, but I'm like I said, like I'm not mistaken, I think I seen Tupac brother on the Vlad interview saying that he believed it was Suge. It was all Suge too. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, I think what was it? Was it Tiffy Bay or something like that? I forget his name, man. The cousin of Orlando Jackson or whatever. I mean, Orlando, you know what I'm talking about. But his cousin, I really believe this would happen, man. They actually thought they did it. This is what I believe. They thought they did it. They didn't know that it was somebody else taking shots at Pop in the car. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was all just this conspiring thing of a setup that's so perfect that nobody would know who actually did it. You feel me? Like if you have somebody taking shots at you outside the car, then somebody inside the car is taking shots too. It's like, dang, nobody really knowing what's going on. And a lot of people say the investigation was BS because nobody ain't really do no good autopsy on the car or really do a good research on everything that was going on. And then a lot of stuff got covered up and turned into something else. So like I say, man, I believe that Baby Lane cousin and them really believed that they did that, but they didn't know it wasn't them. That car was bulletproof and somebody in the car did it. This is Dick Gregory, man. Dick Gregory said this is what it was, man. The car was bulletproof. That's what he kept saying in the interview. The car was bulletproof. That was all the distraction, that Baby Lane stuff. It was really somebody in the car that did that to Pop. In the car. Nobody else. Somebody in the car did that to Pop. That's what Dick Gregory was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I wasn't there. I don't know. But that's what he was saying. It wasn't Baby Lane and them did shoot the car, but they didn't do that to Pop. It was the person in the car that did that to Pop, basically. Whoever was in that car. Like I said, they didn't even release all the people that was in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't say that Quincy's daughter was in there. They didn't even mention her being in there. They said she wasn't in there. And then Dick Gregory said he got the paperwork to say that she was in there that night. So like I say, there's a lot of lies, a lot of mystery with that, man. But like I say, I'm just reporting back what I got off the internet, man. It's all for y'all to go find, man. But I just put it all together in one video so y'all can see, man, the whole Tupac thing. Everybody know, man, I'm a die-hard Tupac fan all the way. He would be always the greatest artist of all time to me. Always. But like I say, man, that was the mystery about the whole thing. My thoughts on the Dick Gregory theory. I had never heard of it before until I started looking into more of Dick Gregory, and I've been looking more into CB. So that's what I found from that, man, that was a whole baloney story that they sold us about Orlando. They basically, Orlando did, and they did hit the car, but they wasn't the ones that took Pac out. It was the person in the car that took Pac out. But like I say, man, we don't really know the real. We just coming off with the stories that we get. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, rest in peace to a legend, man. I love Tupac with all my heart, man. And much respect to all my brothers out there, all the guys, all the good Muslim brothers out there, all the Christians, all the people that watch my channel. Love all y'all. Much respect, man. Much respect, man. And I'm going to keep coming with the hot topics, man, because I love y'all, man. You dig? Real gangsters out here. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Working, man, father. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all, man. Oh, yeah. Put God first, family, and finances, man. And don't forget to donate to the channel and support, man. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. Let's get there, okay? Love y'all, man. That's the theory of the Tupac situation with his death, man. There's a theory. It's out there. Y'all know now. You dig?